Alright, so to start today's episode off at the Nottingham Forest, we're going to make two more big signings for the team involving the midfield, and one will be the right midfield position which Mario Hutchinson was playing in, but we're going to make a big signing for that position, and McCarthy will now go out on loan, I think anyway. I'm most likely going to loan him out, and Hutchinson will be the backup cam, so gives White for the rest of the season, and maybe one more midfielder to sign for the CDM position. If we do end up selling Elliot Anderson, both will move to the left defensive position due to being more attacking, and the midfielder we're going to sign is more of a defensive side of midfielder that can play that role there and do quite well for us. Obviously, right now we haven't had any big offers for Eddie Anderson or Gibbs White, which is why they're still in the team. But let's get into the transfer window, make a big signing for the right mid role, and also a big signing for the midfield. And for £40 million, we're bringing in Christian Pulisic from AC Milan back to Premier League football to be a right midfielder in this team. We might even switch to the 4-2-1-3 to play Hudson-Odoi and get Pulisic as right wingers and left wingers instead. I might test that in today's episode. But Pulisic is signing here for £40 million from AC Milan, the 27-year-old, 85 rated American right midfielder. As he's become a big player for AC Milan since his move from Chelsea. As a former Champions League winner as well, a player that has Champions League experience as a player at the top level of football. Signs there for us at only £40 million, and a big signing like him will massively improve our attack in this team. And our final signing at this window is going to be Rafael Onyedika, the Nigerian midfielder signing from Club Brugge here. Will be a great midfielder for us in the team, much more defensive-minded, kind of similar player to Sangare in midfield and Minoga Sangare can be for us in this team. And Onyedika is going to come in 25 years old, 80 rated for £20 million. Is a fantastic signing for us to have in the team. Obviously, a much more defensive-minded CDN to partner with either Eddie Anderson if he stays, or Bergvall if Anderson decides to leave, and if you get a big offer for him. But that's the final signing of this window. And what a transfer window we just had. Alright, so it's time for our first game back in Champions League football against Inter Milan here away from home in the San Siro. Let's get into this one. Pulisic and obviously, Onyedika will make the debuts in this one. Onyedika will be on the bench for this game. Let's get into this one, and hopefully Pulisic can do well at right midfield as a show. I brought him into the team, and I could switch to the 4-2-1-3 for this game. I don't really want to test it out on a big game like this. I think we're going to try that out in our next game. We'll just see how Pulisic plays at right mid first of all before switching him to a right wing, where obviously he would be better at right wing. He does the inside forward. He does it at right wing as well. So we're going to try him there in our next game we're going to play. But in this one, we're going to stick to this formation. Bergvall and Anderson in midfield again. I've kind of liked this midfield of them two so far. And if we can keep Anderson for as long as possible, that would be great. He is still up for transfer, and if any big teams come in for him, I will sell him if we get a good offer for him from like a big team like a PSG, a Barcelona, Real Madrid, Man City, etc. A team like that is likely to want to play like Eddie Anderson. And well, as we start this game against Inter Milan here, let me know in the comments below what you think our next series should be. I think today's episode might be a little bit of a shorter one again as usual. I think I might, for this season maybe, or just for the start of the season, since we've got a lot of big games, like do 25 to 30 plus minute videos instead of like the hour-long videos that I've been doing, because we've got a lot of big games to get through in today's episode, and we'd have to skip through some of them. Hudson-Odoi, Bastoni with a block there. But yeah, drop in the comments down below what you think our next series should be. I do want to kind of do like a big RTG series, like a team from League 2, use Youth Academy and stuff like that. I do kind of want to do that, but also I want to do Dortmund. We could go to Italy and do like Inter, AC Milan, etc. Even like Roma, Napoli. Just Inter, former AC Milan player. Here he goes. Captain America shoots and he scores at his debut. His first chance, and he scores. And Christian Pulisic already worth that 40 million with that goal right there. The ball played through, rifles it into the back net on his right foot. Beats, the goalkeeper for Inter. Makes it 1-0 here to us up against his former rivals in Inter Milan. Both out. Anderson, these are not the passes that I wanted. Here to Odoi. Back here to Eddie Anderson, might as well try it. Barella deflects it into the box with the header, and that we can't win the header though. Brobby into Gibbs White, the captain of the team. Plays it through to Brian Brobby. What a signing he's been from Sunderland, but he's offside. Obviously, last episode, Brobby was scoring a bunch of goals for us. Gets the assist in this one for the Pulisic goal, and that isn't offside. The line showed incorrectly. I hate that in this game, man. I don't get how they make it so that AI don't draw the lines correctly, man. It's realistic because, VAR is useless for offsides most of the time, IRL, but it's annoying when we could have scored there if it wasn't for that wrong decision being made. There's another way over the top. Robbie. Is offside again? I swear he's not offside again here. Let's have a look again. Okay, so that one he's offside, fair enough, but the other one he wasn't. Davide Fratesi. That's going to be Ola Arnes to sweep up, and Petrovic took a little bit of a second there to clear it, but thankfully he did. The advantage, but here's Bonny, Frenchman. Tadibo good defending against his fellow Frenchman there. DeMarco, he's feeding it through to Bonny nicely, and it's 1-1. Got to ask questions of our centre-backs there, just letting Bonny through. And the AI still run to the centre circle to celebrate 5 months into this game. Yeah, like Tadibo there, what's that movement? Like he's stood ahead. I don't... Sometimes the AI movement for defenders and attackers, it doesn't make any sense, man. And by sometimes I mean most of the time, because in what world is Tadibo just going to stand there and let Bonny, you know, just get in there in that position? But you know, it is where it is. When I level in this game, their first shot of the game to score. Pulisic can answer back and get a brace. He does so. And well, we've been the better team in this game, so we deserve the lead. We've dominated possession. They've had one shot, we've had now 4. And we've scored 2 goals here. I'm going to bring on Yedika for the rest of the game. Take off Bergvall, because Anderson is more defensive. And Pulisic with a brace at his debut. Answers straight back from kick-off. Beats Jan Sommer to make it 2-1 to us. Sangore steals it. And here goes Daniel Doyle. What a goal he scored last episode. Here's White. Into the Swissman. He shoots. And he's denied by his fellow Swiss. And Jan Sommer with a big save there. Pulisic short to Ola Aina. Inside gives White. 3-1. And this is a big statement win for us against one of the biggest teams in the Champions League in Inter Milan. Yes, they're not favourites to win it, but still, they're a team that are most likely going to get to the quarter-final, semi-final stage, you expect, with the team they have. As Gibbs White here rifles it to make it 3-1. First time. Great finish there from him. And when I get a 2-goal lead in this game, I need to change Onyedika's number from number 13. I just saw that in that replay there that I need to change that. It's got to be all Saliba. Bonny heads it down, but there's Onyedika sweeping it up. Thiago, great interception. Here goes Dan Doy running through. Swissman lifts it up, looking for Bobby on the header. Forced to gives White. I think the ref gave a free kick for something in the centre anyway. No, it gave a goal kick, okay. Gives White just missed. Still have possession of Pulisic now, looking for a hat-trick. Goes inside of Christian Pulisic, driving to get the hat-trick on his debut. And he's done so. Talk about hitting the ground running on your debut. 3 goals to make it 4-1. And this might be the best of the bunch. Some great dribbling to get into the box. And a nice finish straight into the far corner to make it 4-1 here. And Inter, despite playing 5 at the back, have conceded 4 goals. And well, they can't say they didn't deserve to, because we've scored some great goals in this game. And we're going to get a big win against Inter Milan. The team that just haven't been in this game. Attacking wise, they've been poor. Denzel Dumfries. Neco Williams is in there. Now should be into the game. It's a lovely challenge there from the Welshman. There we go. No clean sheet for us, but a 4-1 win. And a big 3 points against Inter. And that man right there scores a hat-trick on his debut. 3 goals from 3 shots. And Christian Pulisic, what a signing he's proven to be already against his former rivals, scoring a hat-trick here. And we dominated this game. 8 shots to their 1. 63% possession. And who else but Pulisic? For the man of the match rating right there. Alright, so next up it's time for us to face one of our former players at the Etihad in Austin, Murray, who was sold to Man City last episode. Let's get straight into this one. up against him. I was going to try the 4-2-1-3 for this game, but if it ain't broke, don't think so. It'll just be into 4-1 with this formation. I dominated the game, so clearly this formation is working out for us. We won. I was to the Super Cup, we won the Europa League last season. We are performing well in this formation, so I don't want to switch it just yet. And while it's getting to this one, up against Man City at the Etihad, and hopefully defeat them here. They're currently 9th in the table. We're 2nd, so right now we're having a much better season than they are so far. And well, it's going to be interesting seeing what Man City we're facing, because obviously they do have Murillo in their team, but it doesn't seem like he's playing for them. Looking at the back line right there, he's probably on the bench for this game. It's ball over the top here, looking for Brobbey straight away in this game. Brobbey, can he make it 1-0? And it is 1-0. That quickly we take the lead against Manchester City here, and it's Brian Brobbey on the score sheet, the Dutchman, who in real life has been doing quite well for Sunderland, who were signed from them, and has continued his performances here in the red and white of Nottingham Forest. In behind, hits it in the back of the net, 1-0 here to us, 2 minutes in. And what a fantastic start for us that is in this game, and what a unexpected start that is as well. Some favouritism from the ref there. Here is Ryan Shirky. Nico Williams with the interception, no. Look away out wide to Nuri. Ball inside to the back post, and Bernardo Silva hits the crossbar with the header. Not too sure how Bernardo Silva was wide open there. To be fair, I guess it's diminutive, and a player that kind of just creeps into the box like that in those positions because you don't see him coming. You don't expect him to do so. We're going to attack Pulisic on the counter straight away here. Can we get a second goal? Nuri all over the American. Eddie Anderson does well. Hudson-Odoi. It's an incredible Hudson-Odoi inside. He shoots and he scores. Man City's high press worked against them there because we drew them out there with Hudson-Odoi. We get his 4th goal of the season, and there's some games in between him and Pulisic who have been scoring quite a lot of goals for us this time against White. And it's now 2-0 here to us after they hit the crossbar at one end. We score at the other. And I thought also win the league last season, so I'm guessing Man City actually, because they have the gold badge in their kit. But we score here, and that's a great goal there from Hudson-Odoi to make it 2-0 here to us. But we've always conceded 1 goal. Usually late in the game, like last episode, we scored later on, and that is frustrating with Favli Petrovic. Made that save there because that was meant to be a pass back there to our keeper, and the game just made him kick it about 2 feet. But Haaland has to go off injured in the process after that collision here with Petrovic. So, in a roundabout way, that works out for us. Obviously, not great to see Haaland have to go off injured, but then I have to bring on Marmoush, who, to be fair, is pretty harder to defend against than Haaland in this game. To the Boca block. Brobbey forward into Hudson-Odoi. So it gives White. Making a run, and gives White has got ahead of Ruben Diaz, what puts the header wide of the post. Here he is. Bernardo Silva. Okay, I was going to say good defender for Neco Williams there, but he just kind of let Bernardo Silva get back to the ball there. But he wins it off Ryan Shirky there. Gives White. Ball forward to Hudson-Odoi. So Kabore tracking him down. Hudson-Odoi can create it inside. Can play it up. They give a Pulisic, but Nuri wins the header. See, Man City were the first game that I played in the series, and we beat them. As Neco Williams as well to defend it. Obviously in real life, Forest got a 2-2 draw late on in that game that we won in the series, but we'll get a 2-0 lead here going into the half-time break against Man City. Silva. Here's Memphis Depay. Randers. Both out as well to defend him. Gives White here to Hudson-Odoi. This is a great play here, but I didn't know he was ready for that. Ball into the box. And that's going to be dealt with by Tiao and put out for a corner though. Bernardo Silva Bergvall stills it. With to see that from the Swedishman, who looked dejected as Spurs lost against Crystal Palace recently. Pulisic now. Eddie Anderson back into Bergvall. And Nuri handballs it, but Pulisic is inside, and Pulisic makes it through. And we're welcome back to Premier League football 3 goals in 4 games. So this is his first. We've scored in the Prem with him. And Pulisic here makes it 3-0 here to us. Flicks it inside. Composed finish into the far corner. And we'll make it 3-0 here to us. And Man City just... Well, not the Man City we expected. They're currently 9th in it. Well, maybe they are the Man City we expected. They're 9th in the table. Let's make a few changes here. Hidoku. Plots there. It's going to be a corner for Man City here. 76 minutes in. The Depay wins in the corner. I thought Man United man. He didn't really do that well at Man United. It was the wrong transfer that he made at the time. Or years ago now. And Eddie Anderson clears it off the line. Oh, Anna good defending against Doku there. Backward in there to Hutchinson. 2 players that competed for that position last season. See, Hutchinson did win that battle in the end, but Pulisic has been brought in to replace him. There we go, backward, across to Kelly Mwendo, and it's 4-0. We are running rampant here at the Etihad. And Kelly Mwendo, who's currently out alone at Frankfurt IRL with 3 goals and 1 assist, scores here for us. I see, didn't really work out for Forest. I think they brought him in for 26 million for Stade Rennais, I think it was, and loaned him out to Frankfurt. Whoever he option to buy him IRL. We kept him around for the season as a rotation player with the likes of Igor Jesus and Brobbey competing for that striker position. And Brobbey right now is the first team striker, but Kelly Mwendo is definitely going to be a good backup player for us with the pace. It's Igor Jesus, the player that scored 18 goals for us last season. We can't forget how good he's been. As Ryan Shirky takes it down. Bernardo Silva. There's Eddie Anderson now. Kelly Mwendo wants another Hutchinson. Plays it through to the Frenchman. He might return the favour here to Backward. Backward is the unluckiest player in this team. Every time he always like, looks like he's going to score, he gets unlucky. Anderson stills it, and there's going to be a clean sheet here for us. The first of the season in a played game anyway. Against Manchester City here. The 4-0 win at the Etihad. And that is a big win here for us. See, probably got a goal 2 minutes in, which set the pace for this game. And we'll beat Pep Guardiola for the 2nd time in the series. We'll beat him as my first game as manager of Forest in that first game that we played. And Hudson-Odoi, the man of the match in this game, deservedly so. He played great at left mid. And it's a 4-0 win for us here against last season's Premier League champions, if I'm not mistaken. I think they won a title because they do have the gold badge unless the game has glitched out and doesn't give it them. And just gave it them anyway, which I won't be surprised. But I think they did just about win the title last season. Alright, so next up is a trip to Stamford Bridge and a return to Chelsea for 3 players in that team. Dorde Petrovic, Hudson-Odoi, and most recently Christian Pulisic, who also joined that team as 3 former Chelsea players who are now playing for us here. Well, let's get into this one up against them. And for this game, I think I'm going to keep the team as it is. I kind of tempted to bring Onyedika into the first team, but he doesn't have the deep line playmaker. He does actually have a deep line playmaker. Do I bring him in for Bergvall for this game? I've really liked Bergvall and Anderson together at the start of games, and bringing on like Onyedika later on has been kind of good for us. So I might leave it as it is. Obviously, Hudson-Odoi right now is playing incredible in the team. The same with Brobbey. Everyone in the team is playing unbelievably. You know, Tadibo, centre-back, has been very good for us, and the same with Tiao. Petrovic in goal. That's been pretty good. He's not been the best goalkeeper I've used in this game, but he's been a pretty good goalkeeper. As he's 82 rated now, so he's got up in overall quite quickly, and will be a great goalkeeper for us in the series. And overall, the team is looking pretty good. We've got some great backup players. You know, we don't use that much, but we've got some great players on the bench that we can use if we need to for injuries, etc. But let's get into this one though, up against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, and hopefully beat them here. And well, as we start the game, we'll switch to the white kit, and well, Chelsea are currently 10th in the table. We're currently second, 2 points behind Arsenal, who are top of the table on 22 points. So that means we're second place on 20 points, obviously. Ball up wider to Pedro Neto. Chelsea recently got a big win up against Aston Villa in real life, with João Pedro playing incredible for them. And what a player João Pedro is, by the way. Obviously, we knew that from his Brighton days. So Hudson-Odoi plays it through to Brobbey. Can we get a quick start in this one like we did against Man City? And we do! It's not as quick of a start because we didn't have possession to start the game off with. But Brian Brobbey gets his 2nd goal in the Premier League season. Clearly not scoring in sim games for some reason, but you know, in the sim games, by the way, it's been like Pulisic and Hudson-Odoi and Gibbs White who were scoring the goals. But Brobbey here played through, gets a goal here to make it 1-0 straight away. And another quick start for us, just like against Man City. The question is, will it be just like Man City and we get a big win away from home? against one of the biggest teams in Premier League football in Chelsea here. I think I'd make a big signing, maybe like a Cole Palmer comes into the team. Here we go on the attack again, though, as I'm waffling about that. He gets White, he shoots, and Sanchez comfortable save there, though. Rodrigo's playing for Chelsea now, okay. That's a big signing who I didn't expect to see in their team. Cucurella. Here is Rodrigo, leaving Real Madrid. To be fair, obviously he just picked up a big injury for them, but I do think he should leave Real Madrid. I get why he wants to stay, as Petrovic, what a save. Gets White now. Brian Brobby. Waiting for the run of the captain. Here's Gibbs White. Can he make it 2-0? And Gibbs White makes it 2. And right now we are just playing at a different level of football. Like, this team is just incredible. And if we lose Eddie Anderson, part of me will miss him massively in midfield. But we have Bergvall who can switch to less CDM, a like-for-like swap, a bit less defensive Bergvall, but can be more attacking like Eddie Anderson. And we'll bring on Udika into the right centre-back role, right CDM role. And as a more defensive midfielder to balance out the midfield like we did last season with Sangare and Anderson. But right now, we are just playing some incredible football. As Brobby steals it. As Chelsea are booing their team, who are just not performing right now. They're 10th in the table. Ball forward, looking for Brobby, but it's going to be Adora Biogos to intercept. He puts it in. Taliba heads it away on as far as Cucurella. There's Romeo Lavia, who shoots, and Petrovic has to Belgium again. And Romeo Lavia right now is their best player. 2 shots he's had, and both are 4-score saves from Dordia Petrovic. Joao Pedro up in the air. Nico Williams has it away only as far as Caicedo. It's a frustrating goal to concede from a corner like that. Cole Palmer makes it 2-1. And the AI again runs to the centre circle to celebrate. Why is this a thing? This never used to happen. Why is this now a thing in this game? To be fair, I thought Caicedo was going to shoot, so I went for the challenge there. And I see he then played the pass instead to Cole Palmer. He makes it 2-1 and puts Chelsea back in this game. Because Elliot Anderson got a good turn there from him. Brobby. Puts on the door. Puts inside against his former team. Shoots near post. Sanchez with a save. Taliba, why not? From range. Forces the save from Sanchez. I'd like to change the corner positions. That's annoying. Brobby, though, he can win his header. Unlikely against the players that are in there, but Brobby did well. Comes there too. It's deflected, and it's going to be a free kick. Or is he giving a pen? Or is he giving a free kick? What's the referee giving here? I don't know what it's given. It's given a penalty. What for? Handball for penalties is turned off because it gets insane in this game when you have that on. But guess what? The captain, to make it a 3-1 here before half time, does so. And I'm not sure what the ref gave a penalty before, but we take it. It's 3-1. We now have a 2-goal lead again in this game. And guess what? With 7 goals in 9 games. What a season he's having. As Liam Ross and his Chelsea are now 2 goals down again in this game. And it's 3-1 here to us. I'm not sure what that penalty was given for. But I'm not going to complain. I've had some, annoying penalties given against me for stuff that wasn't a penalty. So it finally goes our way for Chelsea. We're getting back in this one. Neto does well. It's whipped into the box. Bergvall is there, and it's going to come here to Pulisic, who can get it away. I really like the fact that, added time that works properly instead of just being 1 minute added time every time. Is White. Pulisic. Oh, Adora Biogos as well there. Oh, it's so incredible. It's so hard to defend Rodrigo in this game. Here's Cole Palmer. Oh, that's just... I hate when a game does that, when you press circle or B for your Xbox players for a challenge, and then your player wins the ball, without making the challenge. Andres Santos now for them. What a play he's been through in previous career modes. Here is Caicedo. This is how they scored their first goal. But Taliba stops him this time. Puts it inside. It's from a team. Pulisic is still going here. Can he shoot and score? Sanchez with a save. Santos. Good challenge from Taliba. That was risky. If he cut inside there, he would have skipped past us and would have been straight into the box. But hit ball over the top here from Brobby to Gibbs White, looking for the hat-trick. Can he do so? Gibbs White hits it and scores a hat-trick. It's 4-1. What a season he's having. Decided to stick here at the club. To be fair, we didn't get any offers for him, so he was up for transfer, as you saw in the first episode. We just didn't get any offers for him for whatever reason. But he scores here to make it 4-1, get a hat-trick, gets a hat-trick for himself. Pedro Neto. Ball at top. That's going to be taken down by Palmer, back here to Santos. Back inside here to Palmer. Tiaud as well to defend it. Dalandoy. Here's Amore Hutchinson, a former Chelsea talent. Ball forward into him. To Hutchinson. Across to Kelly Mwendo, 5-1. The football we are playing is next level right now. There's just a confidence I have with some teams that are using career mode. That, like, you know, with certain players, you just have that confidence. And this Forest team, everyone I have that confidence with. The only player that I might have a little bit less confidence in is backward, but he does get unlucky. He would score more goals, but as you've seen in this series, he gets very unlucky at times with goalkeepers make great saves against him, or he just misses by an inch, or the defender makes a last moment challenge of the game to stop him from scoring. But this team is just playing at another level right now. And if we don't win everything this season, I will be disappointed, because we should, with the football we're playing, win every trophy there is up for grabs for us. Rodrigo. Here's Tiaud. Casedo. There's Anderson though stepping in. Window into the centre. Here to backward. Can he finally get himself a goal in a played game? And he's done so. You'd love to see it. It's 6-1. And backward scores. You can see what it means to him and his teammates that he finally gets a goal. And it's 6-1 here at Stamford Bridge. You know, I think the more I played this patch, I can feel the passing is better. And you can see it in the results. 6-1. This hasn't happened in a while for me in a played game. I've beaten an AI team on an ultimate, etc. with sliders turn up to make them even harder. Everything. But we are running a riot in the Premier this season. And if we don't win it, you know, if we don't win this, the Champions League, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, like I said earlier, it will be a disappointing season if we don't win everything. Considering the football we're playing. It could be 7 here. Unless the ref calls it, it could be 7-0 here. Kelly Mwendo. 7-0, I wish it was 7-0, 7-1. Ref, you can't, I'm about to play that through to Hutchinson. But it's 6-1. The referee called mercy on Forest there. On Chelsea, sorry. Gives Whitewood the man of the match performance under doubt with a hat-trick here. I said a penalty was one of them, which I don't know why the referee gave a penalty to us, but we take it. In the end, it didn't really matter because we won the game 6-1 with 12 shots, so therefore you can't say we didn't deserve it. Probably actually with the man of the match performance. And overall, just we dominated that game. That was incredible. Alright, so that's going to call it for the end of today's episode. As I talked about, we had a lot of big games to get through in today's episode. We have even more bigger games next episode as well. We face Roma in the Champions League. We have, I believe, Arsenal coming up in the league twice. And Spurs as well coming up soon. And Spurs right now in this series are 8th in the table, so we might have something against them. I'm not too sure, but they're probably the table that's looking... Man City are 15th. Surely they're going to turn the season around though. Like, you'd expect Man City to, you know, climb back up the table, but they're 15th. Fulham are 18th in the table. And Man United 13th. I mean, they're doing better than the IRL, but fair, I guess you could say as well. But I did not expect to see Man City that far down the table. In terms of the Champions League, we are currently 4th in the table with 3 wins and 2 draws. 11th, I can see next game that one's up against Real Madrid. Man City, despite being, you know, in the bottom half of the table, they're 6th in the Champions League, so that's one thing for them going. They're doing pretty well in that. But right now the team is playing absolutely incredible. I say new signings, lots of Onyedika's done pretty well. We'll most likely see more of him next episode. Pulisic at right wing or right mid. What a player he's been in this team. He has just been incredible, even better than I thought he would be. I knew he would be good because look at the stats. You know what I mean? All the attacking stats are above 80 rating, and that just means he could be a world-class player. But I didn't expect him to be this good in this episode, but he has been incredible. But one of the most slept-on players in this team is Hudson-Odoi. He has been incredible. Bergvall in midfield as well, doing great. Defensively, we're looking pretty good. And in terms of the stats of the players that end the episode, I want to show you real quickly how they are doing. And you can see Gibbs White with 11 goals and 6 assists. Pulisic with 10 goals and 11 games, 0 assists for him yet. Hudson-Odoi, 9 goals and 4 assists. Brobby, 8 goals and 7 assists. Hutchinson doing pretty well. Kelly Mwendo in the second team doing all right as well. And the same with Backworth, 5 assists and 3 goals for him. And overall, the team is just playing, absolutely incredible. Like, going from where we were last season, we weren't playing bad last season, but we weren't playing this good. I mean, we're winning games like fairly close, but in today's episode, we have absolutely run through everyone we played, pretty much. I think everyone we played, we have destroyed. But that's going to call it for this one. Drop a like and subscribe if you want to enjoy the episode. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.